Okay, so today we'll be opening up this STP oil filter number S7317, and we'll be comparing it to this Carquest oil filter number R84356MP. And I got these two oil filters from a very generous viewer whose name is Eric from Seacliff, New York. Thanks, Eric. These oil filters fit Eric's 2012 Honda Accord. Yep, the one with a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. And these two oil filters are going to duke it out. Could get ugly, folks. And when the dust clears, we'll see who the winner is. So let's get started.
You gotta glue the silicone, be nice and tight. Get your inner here, filtration.
Okay, we'll start with this STP oil filter, and we'll start with the box. This filter is rated for 5,000 miles. Filter number. And here's some filters that it replaces. You can freeze that if you want. And that's about all the important information on this box. So let's open this box up, see what this filter looks like. Okay, we got leak tested 25 MRS20. This is a sticker. And right here it says made in Vietnam. And it's got this plastic cover over it. There it goes. Alright, you got 8 inlet holes, metal core with holes, bypass valve with the dome end, 4 grooves there for threads, and a nitro rubber gasket. Sticks out pretty good. Okay, now let's look at the Carquest oil filter. Right here, the date code, we got leak tested 25 ML J17R. I can't decipher these, so if anybody knows what they are, please post it down below and I'll put it up on the screen. So made in China. This was made in China, distributed by, and they got Raleigh, North Carolina, Advanced Auto Parts. Instructions, filter number, and this one also has this plastic covering. Also has 8 inlet holes, metal core with holes, bypass valve with the dome end, 4 grooves there for threads, and this one's got an O-ring style, P-style gasket. Okay, and you can see the threads on these. I'm going to start trying to put that into videos, the threads. There's a 20 there, 20 there. I'll put it up on the screen anyways. But let's get the weight of these filters. So this STP is 224.7 grams. Carquest 215.4 grams. All right, it's they look pretty similar in size. Okay, let's open these up, see what they look like inside. Be right back. Okay, so here they are cut open. Let's take a look at the gaskets. Carquest on the right, STP on the left. Both nitro rubber. The only difference is this has got the P-style gasket and this is a regular gasket. Okay. And you can see that these guys, anti-drain bag valves cover the inlet holes nice. So these are fine. These are nitro rubber. Okay. So you got these base plates. I'd give these guys a tie. They both got a lot of threads. A lot of grooves there for threads. Inlet holes. Yeah. These are nice. These are both nice. Okay, so let's look at the filter element here. And let's start with the STP. So we've got a metal crimp seam here. Metal end caps. Nice and shiny. Bypass valve right here, which has a setting of 15 PSI. This is pretty clean. Not much for glue here. There's just a little bit there, but that's nothing. That's pretty good. And this is a cellulose. Well, let me give you the number of pleats. We got 45 pleats. And this is a cellulose media. but I couldn't find anything for a micron rating on this filter. Yeah, that all looks pretty good. Nice. Got holes for the core. Okay, let's look at the Carquest oil filter. And this one's got metal end caps also. Bypass valve right here, which has a setting of 14 to 18 psi. And we got a glued seam here somewhere. Where is it? Right there. See a glued seam right there. It's pretty hard to see, but it's right there. And this filter has 50 pleats, so it has 5 more pleats. They look about the same depth-wise. And this is a cellulose media with a micron rating of 95.1% at 20 microns. And I'm getting that on Advanced Auto Parts website. The specs I was getting for the STP was on AutoZone website. Okay, so that looks good. Holes for the inner core. Okay, now both filters have coil springs. I can get them out. Okay, and the can. I'll put the measurements of these cans up on the screen. They're both about the same thickness. They feel the same. And nice thick cans. All right. So this is the STP. 2.36 minus 1/10 of an inch for the STP, and the Carquest 2.43 minus 1/10 of an inch for the Carquest. All right. Now you can see it's a little taller. All right, let's open these filters up, stretch them out, see what they look like. Be right back. Okay, here are both filters all stretched out. And the STP oil filter is 45.5 inches long. The Carquest filter is 46 inches long. Okay, let's get the thickness of this filter media. The STP oil filter, 0.99 millimeters thick. Carquest filter, 0.93 millimeters thick. So they're pretty close on the thickness. STP a little bit thicker. And if we take a look at these guys under a microscope, right, let me show the backside. Here's the backside. If we take a look at these guys under a microscope, it looks like the STP would probably do just a little bit of a better job of filtering, but I think they would both be pretty equal, but probably the edge goes to the STP. So let's take a look at that picture. So looking at the picture, I would say the STP would probably do a little better job of filtering. But you get 5 more pleats plus 5 square inches more filter media with the Carquest filter. And let's take a look at the rest of the filter. So we already went over all these components, the gaskets, NJ back valves, coil springs, the cores, metal cores with holes, the cans. The only thing I want to point out with the cans was there's a little overspray on this STP can. And there's nothing inside the Carquest can. So between these two filters, I'd call it a draw and just go whichever one you can get cheaper. What do you guys think? Please post your comments down below. And again, I want to thank Eric for sending me these 2 oil filters. And I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I try to open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching and take care. The STP oil filter media weighs 13.6 grams. The Carquest filter media weighs 12.5 grams.